Seriously, 2 bananas and 1 playset? I am so sold. Hello, toy and Fortnite fans. I'm here with another one of my toy openings. This is one of these kind of really quick pickups that I got off of Amazon back when they had an Amazon Prime deal, and these were about $10. I ended up getting one for me and one for my kid for the holidays. Now, of course, this is the Agent's Room, so it's an actual playset, and my first 4-inch playsets coming from Jazwares in the Fortnite set. I have vehicles, I have gliders, I have ammo boxes, and I've got a lot of figures, but I haven't had a playset yet, and I'm excited about checking this out. Now, what I know about the playset so far is that all the playsets have the same play feature, and they use the same base for each one. This one has one of my favorite characters, Peely, in it. Of course, I'm bananas for this guy, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. But this one happens to be Agent Peely. We got Agent Peely in both Ghost and Shadow affiliations, of course, from Chapter 2. We also get the sniper rifle. I believe it's a bolt action sniper rifle and the grenade launcher as well. Now, this has 6 pieces inside, so I know that we've got 2 figures, we've got 2 weapons, we have a stand, and there is a chair as well that covers for the 6 pieces. Now, as far as the box, we get a nice display here where we can see some of the cardboard backing of the background. We get to see the weapons displayed along with the 2 agents here. Then, on this side, we get a computer-generated look of the toy. It says, rotate and reveal, and it has this arrow that shows it turns around. It shows the 6 pieces and what all's in it, and then it tells us that this is the Agent's Room. Let's go to the back. Now on the back we get our Fortnite logoing up there. We get the Agent Peely and 2 of the in-game skins from the computer itself, so computer generated. We get some blurbs here about the Agent's Room. We're assembling the Agent's Room and using a secret passage to reveal Agent Peely. We also have a weapon wall display on the back. We're going to choose our faction, Ghost or Shadow, which I'll probably play a little bit differently with these and just have 2 different Peelys. We get our chair, showing Peely sitting in the chair, weapons rack, and the turnable bookcase. Down here we do get some cross-sell art of other items in the line. Now, what's interesting about this, they use the in-game skins to show the toys that they make. And yes, I've done a Glow Raptor in the 6-inch. I've got a Cyclo in the 6-inch. Midas has been made in the 6-inch. But these are all for the 4-inch scales. And Jazwares was known, or it still is because they're making the 4-inch figures, for making 4-inch at the time as well as some of the 6-inch characters. So, even though I've talked about Glow Raptor, I'm not actually referring to this one because this would apply to the 4-inch toy. Now that's all I gotta say about the box for the Agent's Room. There's really nothing else to say about this. We need to get this one out and get to battling. Straight out of the packaging, this is what we get. So we've got, of course, our handy guide for probably how to put this together. We get our wall here that has the weapons rack on the back side. And on this side, it's got our books. It's got a nice sticker on this side. We get our chair, and it's a pretty solid looking chair. It's not too shabby. I like it. You get 2 wall holders here for the 2 sides. Of course, we get our turnable base, and it has a part that allows the side to spin. We get our 2 agents here, so Ghost Agent Peely, and of course Shadow Agent Peely. And then the bolt action sniper rifle, as well as the grenade launcher. And then we get 2 rather thick chipboard pieces for the books that go on each side of the wall. Now looking at this, it says Agent Peely's Room. And this should be something that's pretty basic to put together. Okay? It's one-sided, and it tells you everything comes in it, and tells you how to put it together. So let's put this guy together. And this, of course, is the playset all put together we got Ghost Peely up here, the chair, and then the back. Now, these have pegs up here that allow the figures to stand on the pegs. And for the most part, they do pretty good. Agent Peely posts a lot of articulation. He's got the ball-hinged shoulders, ball-hinged elbows, and ball-hinged wrist. And there doesn't seem to be any problems. He does have a little bit of a waist articulation, but no head articulation because, well, he's a giant banana. He doesn't need it. Same thing on the other arm. And then, of course, he's got the ball hip. Well, it's actually a ball-jointed hip, along with the thigh cut, double hinged knees, and those rockers for the ankles, along with the foot cut that allows the foot to turn and move. He's got this really nice pistol sculpted down onto his boot, which makes him look oh so lethal. Now, as far as this, he sits okay in the chair. But one of the problems that I have with the play feature is this chair doesn't really have a lot of room up here for it to sit. So I probably would have to sit it down like this. And the plate feature works like this. From here, if we press this button, you have to press it in all the way and let it go naturally. There, of course, is Shadow Agent Peely, along with the bolt-action sniper rifle and the the epic grenade launcher. And one of the things that I noticed, the grenade launcher doesn't really fit up there. It kind of sits like this, but it's a little too bulky. There is a spot down here where the hooks go out a little bit further. So this, you'd only be able to put one onto the pegs, or one onto these spots as you can. Now there are holes over here on the side, and I figured I would bring these out for us to see. Of course, got a Peely smoothie there. And then of course a best regarded briefcase. And then because he's an agent, why not a jetpack? Now these actually don't come with the set, but I do like that they have peggable areas for you to put the back blings. That's a nice feature, and they didn't have to do that, and I'm glad that they did. Also, has a really good area where these can also work for harvesting tools for the most part, and they snap in and fit quite nicely. Now, that's pretty much all I gotta say about the agent's room. It's really cool. It's kind of got a cool gimmick to it. It's interesting. I do notice the walls try to fall off, and this little turntable oftentimes will throw the figure off or a weapon off the rack, or it doesn't have enough clearance. So like right now, if I did it, the chair not only is going to get in the way, but then Peely's weapon here is going to get in the way. So there's some limitations to it. But for the fact that they're able to use this set and reuse the base multiple times, it kind of reminds me of what Kenner was doing for Star Wars way back in the day when they first came out. And they're utilizing something that has a unique play feature that can be used in multiple ways. I know the same thing happens along with, I believe it's Meowskull's set, where he has the same sort of, play set here, and then you've got a Shadow Ghost, and then a kitty litter box that goes along with it. Out of these, I happen to really like the Peely one just because I like the chair, I like the books. I think it looks really cool, it looks the part, and I really like Peely. So for me, this was a win-win. The colors are nice, and overall, these cardboard pieces here, the chipboard, feel really sturdy. But you do want to make sure that when you're playing with it, you're playing indoors, because this will be susceptible to any moisture, and it could cause some issues bowing or these things to break over time. And you kind of need these because they kind of pull the idea of this whole thing together. Any quibbles I might have had would have been to have a little bit larger base that came out about an inch or so to really house that chair in order to have Peely in the chair. But at the same time, I'm not complaining too much because it's a really cool set for the budget and price that we were getting it at, which I believe was originally $30. This has 2 figures, 2 weapons, a chair, and a playset with a rotating feature on it. That's not bad. And if you can catch it on sale on Amazon, it makes it even better. $10, this thing is an absolute steal for me. Now, as far as this set, there's nothing else to say. I think it's cool and I think it's worthwhile having in your collection. Remember, they're not dolls. In this case, they're agent action figures, ready to hide out in the back room. When I'm not recording videos here on YouTube, I'm actually over on a podcast on marvindogmedia.com called Talking Toys with Taylor and Jeff. It's a really cool toy podcast. Be sure to check it out. Also, I need your help getting my YouTube channel to grow. Be sure to subscribe down below with that big red button. Hit that bell for notifications so you can be alerted of anything that comes from me to you. Like this video, it helps YouTube know that you like what I'm making, and comment down below. I like chatting with you all.